Hey, good afternoon everybody, how are you? Does anybody else with false nails have to put in their phone code with their knuckle? Just me then? Anyway, happy Sunday. I hope you're all having a lovely weekend. I've had an awesome weekend, but I have to admit I've spent a lot of today sleeping on and off, so I do apologise about the extremely casual attire, the extremely casual hair and face. Apart from cleansing and moisturising, etc., I have done nothing apart from make a list of everything I wanted to do today, which hasn't got done, but it will get done, and not necessarily today though. And I thought I'd do a live, so yeah, thank you for joining me. When you do jump on, please say hi, because you know I appreciate it. Also, my comments haven't been working for about the last week or so. So again, if you could say hi, I would be so grateful to see if the comments are working. Well, what a weekend. First of all, let me show you a freebie that I got, because it is absolutely beautiful. I mean, you always get, like, you know, swag and things at these sort of events. So when this was wrapped up and in my place, I thought, oh, that looks exciting. I wonder what it is. Not dreaming for 1 minute. Well, first of all, I can't get it open. I'm so scared of pinging these nails off, but do you know what? They're awesome, and I'll tell you about them in a minute. Oh, I did it then and I closed it again. I can't do anything with false nails. It's hilarious, isn't it? When you're not used to wearing them. Oh, what have I done? What? Well, first of all, it's got a lovely unique emblem on it, which I hadn't even spotted before. So that's pretty awesome. Oh, do I slide it? Do I? Oh, this is ridiculous. I've had it open numerous times because I keep looking at it and thinking, wow, isn't it beautiful? And now I can't do it. Oh, might as well go and get yourselves a cup of tea, everybody, whilst you're waiting for me to sort myself out. It keeps feeling like it's clicking open. Have I got it the right way around? I have, because there's the hinge. Okay, well, I tell you what, I'm going to fiddle with this. I have got some scissors. I'm going to try very hard not to stab myself in the thigh whilst I'm doing it. And I will tell you about my weekend. So, oh, there we go. I pressed it in. Right, are you ready for this beauty? Look at this brush collection. Isn't it gorgeous? This brush alone, normally I believe is £24. So you've got a kabuki brush. This is a, oh, what do you call it now? A concealer brush, I think. And this is either a powder brush or, what's that? Probably the dog's. A powder brush or a blusher brush. I'm not sure which I haven't got a decent blusher brush, so I might use it for that. And this, to me, looks like what I was talking about the other day, and I even did a live on it. I think this is a, what I call a tinkle shaver. Because look, hi Sue, when you take that off, it's like a blade. Look, I'm going to look like a real influencer now doing posh stuff. So I'm sure that's a tinkle for your face. How awesome is that? So I got that free. I mean, we did pay to go because we paid for our training. Whoops, what's that? Lipstick, I think, rolled on the floor. I will get that in a minute. So anyway, I said I wanted to go to this, going back 2 or 3 months ago now. Booked it and sorted out a hotel slightly out of town that was just nice and cheap and cheerful. Was going to go down on the train on the Friday. was planning on coming back originally on the Sunday. Then we realised that there were going to be rail strikes. Now, I believe that was yesterday. And then on further looking, it did say that there were going to be, you know, cancellations and things like that on the rails, like before and after. So Alan, bless his cotton socks, took a couple of days off work. He drove me down there yesterday, down, across and up to sunny Bolton, which was peeing down. And he dropped me at the hotel, helped me with the case upstairs, kissed me goodbye. Off he went back home because we've got the dogs to look after, and it was a 3-hour. Well, it took us about 4 hours to get there. No, that's probably not including a stop, actually, although we did stop and we had a yummy Burger King, which is very, very nice. But we got hit by the traffic because I guess it was Friday on the motorway, and also it was raining really, really hard. So it took about 4 hours to get there. Took Alan about 3 hours to get back, so it wasn't too bad because of the roads were a little bit clearer. So I was planning to just chill on the Friday evening, and Alan said to me, I would suggest you maybe organise a taxi for the Saturday morning, like on the Friday night, you know, rather than going downstairs, then having to book it and what have you. So I thought, right, I'll do that. It was about 20 to 7 in the evening. I thought I'll pop downstairs, and I could hear these really loud, really raucous ladies. And I did sort of think, wonder if they're unique girls. Anyway, I was standing waiting in the queue for the reception, and one of the ladies, I could see her sort of leaning back like this, looking as if to say, I think I know you. And I thought, is she looking at me? So I ignored her for a few seconds, and then I'm like, I'm sure she's looking at me. So I was like that. I thought, yeah, she's looking at me. Hiya, Karen. How are you, my lovely? I hope you're well. So anyway, she sort of rushed towards me. I sort of like went towards her. And she's actually this crazy, crazy Scottish lady that's, she's quite high up in Unique. And I often do her blitzes where basically we all go on a Zoom together. We just do our own work. She sets a timer for half an hour. It just means you're with other people if you want to talk. Being, you know, doing this work, like social selling, can be quite a lonely place. I mean, there's always someone you can ask and what have you, but at the end of the day, you have to do your work yourself. You're not going anywhere, you're not seeing anyone else, you're not talking to anyone else, unless of course you go online. So it was the lovely and crazy Rachel. So she said to me, are you on your own? I said, yeah. She said, don't ever be on your own. She said, don't ever be on your own. She's broad Scottish as well. So come and sit with us. So at that point, there was probably about 12 of us. They were so loud. They were so sweary, but they were so funny. They really were. They made me feel so at home. Rachel immediately said, excuse me, she said, right, we're going to go around the table. Everyone's going to introduce themselves and say sort of what status they are in the company, sort of thing. So we did that. We went round the table, and that was that. And then apparently they brought a load of food with them that they were going to have in one of the rooms, but the rooms weren't particularly large for having a group of people in. So she said, let's all go and get our food and bring it downstairs. Well, I didn't really have any food with me apart from some low-calorie chocolate bars and some popcorn, which is my favourite. and I'd eaten most of the popcorn. And so they went upstairs. Now this, hi Marilyn, how lovely to see you on here. Now, this was a hotel that was serving food in the area that we were in. They went, they got all their food, brought it down like in plastic containers and what have you, with paper plates and serviettes and what have you, and they were dishing it up, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what are they going to think in the hotel? Are they going to tell us off? Well, gentleman that looked like he could have been the bar manager or something or other came over and asked for one of Rachel's homemade sausage rolls, which actually went down very well. And I think the fact, obviously, that a lot of the ladies had bought wine and there was a bottle of wine on the table and what have you, and they were quite aware that this was only sort of about 7 o'clock and they could be there for a long time. They seemed quite happy for us to be there and having our food. And then somebody went up and got the most amazing chocolate pieces, and apparently it was made with, you've got to have it with more than 72% dark chocolate. It had no sugar in it, but I believe she said she had dried raspberries in it, and there was pistachios and something else. Oh my word, it was absolutely amazing. So that got passed around quite a few times. Anyway, as well as the crazy Scottish lady, the lovely Rachel, there was also the crazy Welsh lady, the lovely Andrea. And she told a story. Now, I lost the plot of whether or not this was something she was doing on the telly, or whether or not this was something that she did in a school that she was working in, or a play, or whatever. I lost the plot a little bit, but apparently she had to dress up as a whale. And it was how she was getting dressed into this whale costume, and how they were shouting, "We need the whale," and things like, oh, and it was just absolutely hilarious. Anyway, it got to about 20 to 10 and I thought, well, you know, I know what I'm like. I get very tired, and I hadn't slept well the night before at all. So I thought, I'm going to need to go to bed. So said goodbye to everybody. I'd arranged a lift for the following day, which was fantastic. It really was so kind of them. So I went off upstairs to bed. I think most of them went up about 12, 12:30. You know, some of them were even talking on the stage yesterday, so they had to behave just a little bit. So I went upstairs, as I've said now about 3 times. Hi Angela, lovely to see you on here today. And I did a few lives. I don't know if I did a live or no, I think I just did videos. Now the problem is the videos I did were then too long to go, hang on. Why couldn't I put them on? I don't know. I've got no idea, but I haven't put them on. And I need to find a way of putting them on. I might have to put them on YouTube and then do a link for them. But I will definitely do that over the next day or so. So that's no problem there. Yeah, I'm now wondering why I couldn't put them on Facebook. And I was trying to send one to Alan, but it was the Welsh swearing lady talking about being a whale in a play. So and I'm just getting very confusing now. You know what I'm like. So that was that. Following morning, went down, got a lift with those lovely ladies, got into the room, which looked absolutely beautiful, and I'd taken a book. It was all about being in the pink yesterday. It was all about the Mascara Millionaire Club, which is like the umbrella of most people that are in unique in the UK are under the Mascara Millionaire Club, of which I am, and I was even when I was in Spain also. So I sat down with some groups, my ladies. Oh, look, see that pen they gave us was even pink. How awesome is that? Nice writing in pink. I love that. And I sat beside, I have 2 accountability partners, the lovely Jo and the lovely Leanne, and we met for the first time, which was absolutely fantastic. It was everything I knew they would be. Jo is just the bubbliest mama that you could imagine. Do you know what I mean? Leanne was shyer, quieter, great fun, loved it there, and it was just fantastic. So we got there at 8 o'clock in the morning, well, a bit before, got there probably about 10 to 8 in the morning, and we started dead on 8:30 in the morning. We had 2 quarter of an hour breaks and a 1 hour break. We had food. There was tea and coffee and pastries, which were yummy. And in the afternoon, we had tea, coffee and biscuits, which again was very yummy. Lunch was delicious. This was all included in the price to go for all the training. Lunch, there was a selection of sandwiches. There was cheese and onion quiche. There was mini hamburgers, which were delicious. I think there was something else. It might have been some sort of, looked like fish fingers or something or other, but they'd all gone by the time I got there because I was one of the last ones in the queue. And wedges. And the food was delicious. And then afterwards, they had these mini cheesecakes. Hi, Karen. They had these mini cheesecakes. They were like that. I had one which was a sort of a pineapple flavour, which was lovely. The other one, I think, was probably raspberry, and to die for. It was delicious. So that was all included, plus drink, water on the table all the time. The training was just second to none. It really was. It started, well, I've got most of them written down, and you may have noticed, sorry, I'm getting really excited now. You may have noticed that I did a lot of videoing there, a lot of lives. Some of them I only did about a few minutes. Oh, I know, nothing better, is there, Karen, if you know there's lunch involved. But then we love a good lunch, don't we? How funny. Where was I? Oh yes, some of them is just like a snippet of the training, and others are like the full training, basically because I wanted it and I thought some people may like to watch it, basically. The first guy was a man called Kevin O'Neill. Now, he does, I think it's called, his company, I think it's called Breathology. And it's all about talking about breathing and the lymphatic system and how we need to be breathing properly, because it affects everything. It affects your menstrual cycle, ADHD, autism, anxiety. So his name is Kevin O'Neill and it's Breathology. So if you want to check on him, you know, have a little look on Instagram, on Facebook. I can always, you know, if you want these names again, I can always send them over to you. Then there was a lady called Carol Reese, who is a unique lady. And that was about activating your higher mind for success, which a lot of the problem with everything we do in life, it's all about belief in yourself, isn't it? It really is. That's why I didn't do very much at all when I wasn't feeling well at the beginning of the year, because I knew I wasn't in that right place. I wasn't believing in myself, but now I'm back and believing in myself again, and I can put out like a higher vibration because of it. Do you know what I mean? So that was very interesting. Carol Reese, that was. Then we had the amazing Amber. Amber Voigt is from America. She just has this, when Katie Hamer, that is sort of my upline, when her and Claire Cowan first started getting prepared for the business in the UK, now it was coming to the UK, but they hadn't seen any products or anything. Amber sort of took them under her wing. Even though she wasn't getting any financial reward from them at all, she just took them under her wing because that's the sort of person she is. Amber came over and did a training. She paid for her own ticket. She didn't get paid for it at all. And it was, Amber is just one of these people. Well, I spoke to her whilst we were getting pastries. I said, Amber, please can I have a selfie, because I may never get the chance again. She said, of course you can, bless her heart. And we started sort of like taking selfies, and she sort of like made funny faces and what have you. And then she gave me a big smacker on the cheek, and I did say to her, I have to admit, I know everything about you because I stalk you every day. probably put her off a bit. But I follow Amber every day. Not only because she is a fantastic businesswoman, but she lets you see her home life. You know, she has a big family. I think she's got 5 children. Her second to youngest, Jackson, is probably about 3 and he's non-verbal at the moment. And so I was actually talking to her about Frankie and the tapping that she does, because of how much it helped her Jackson when she was in the same situation. Although Jackson was never non-verbal, but he had a lot of problems with sort of like social anxiety and that sort of thing. I spoke to her about that at the end of the day, and she was very grateful, and I've sent her over Frankie's details, so it would be awesome if she did get in touch with Frankie and Frankie was able to help her. So Amber is one of these ones, if you put her name into Google, you will see her with like all the top network marketers. Eric Worre, Fraser Brooks, you name it, she has worked with them. And so her name is Amber. Well, in Facebook, she's Sparkle by Amber Ray, R-A-E, all right? But if you sort of Wikipedia her, then hi Christine. Oh, hang on, I need to put my glasses on. Hi Geraldine. I do apologise. Oh dear, I really need to put my glasses on when I'm talking to people. And so her training was absolutely awesome, and she just really verified what has worked for me in the last few months, or since I started back with Unique again, and that was to know my niche. My niche is not 21-year-old supermodels. My niche is not busy mums. My niche is the people that are in my sort of age group that still like to wear a little bit of makeup. Maybe we're not great at putting on makeup, me included, but I like to have a little play with it, and I like to try it, and I like lovely makeup. So that is my niche now of who I feel that I'm more talking to when I do my lives, are people that are more my niche. And she sort of like spoke about that quite a lot, and how that's really important to know your niche and who you're talking to, because if you spread yourself too thin, then no one's going to be interested at all. So she was awesome, and always remembering to try and solve problems. I don't want you ladies to think I'm trying to sell you the latest, which I got for the first time a couple of days ago. I don't want you to feel I'm selling that to you. I want you to feel that if you don't know what foundation is good for you, then maybe I can help advise you. Because for me, and I've said this a few times recently, if I walk into somewhere like Boots and there's a makeup lady, I'm like, oh, I don't want to go around there in case she talks to me. Do you know what I mean? I don't want her to think I want some makeup on, and I just feel a little bit overwhelmed and a little bit scaredy cat about that. Whereas you can always message me, and even if you don't buy it from me, you might say, you know, my skin is like very dry or very greasy or whatever. What do you think would help me with my foundation? That's what I want. I don't want you to feel I'm selling to you. I want you to feel that I can help you sort of like solve a problem, yeah? So I hope that's clear. The fabulous Katie Hamer, who is like motivational magic, she really is. Yeah, she was awesome. Who else did we have? A gentleman called Danny Lee, who was excellent. He's a business owner, self-employed entrepreneur, and he just talked about how things work for him and what he does. And of course, he doesn't sell makeup or anything like that. But, you know, our paths cross very similarly. apart from he does most of his sort of like selling face to face with people, whereas we're lucky enough to be able to work online and that sort of thing. So that was really interesting as well. So what else? What else? Oh yeah, we also had, I think it was 3 panels of ladies, which was really good. The first one was like Rising Stars, which my lovely friend and accountability partner Jo was talking about, and it was basically how they've started in the business and what's working for them, this, that and the other. And then the next people up in the next sort of, you know, the next grade up sort of thing that are a little bit further on, and then we had like the top of the company and giving us advice. So it was really an awesome day, it was. And then Alan turned up for me at about 6:30 yesterday. Me being me, I probably got out just before 7 by the time I said goodbye to everybody. I was always like that at a party, and need to start saying goodbye about a quarter of an hour before I need to leave, really. Yeah, drove me all the way home. I stayed awake the whole way home, which I was really pleased about. I think I might have sat in the chair for about 5 minutes last night and then said, I think I need to go to bed. Went to bed, had an awesome sleep, got up this morning, well, woke up when he went off to work, poor bugger. He went off to work about 8 o'clock, promptly went back to sleep, woke up at 10:15. I thought, oh my word, I must get up. The dogs were really good, thankfully. I got up, made myself a drink, sat on the sofa, fell asleep again. Wrote a list of what I wanted to do today, only 2 of which I've done. But hey, as my daughter said, I've written a list, and she knows I love a list. So I've done that, but I'm very, very excited for the next sort of things coming up. Oh yeah, I did have another nap this afternoon, I've got to admit. But I'm awake now. I'm awake. Alan's been at work all day, and now he's gone to the gym, bless his cotton socks. But I just want to tell you one more thing. I can't remember what it's called now. It's one of those codes when you go and sit in a restaurant and you can take a photo of it if you don't want to talk to a waitress. Do you know what I mean? Because in the middle of the night on Friday, sort of like Friday morning, Thursday night / Friday morning, the convention in Utah in the USA, they are announcing something that is going to change our lives for everybody in Unique. First of all, there is a new product that Unique have invented. They have patented it, I can't remember how you say that. Nobody else has got it. Nobody else is making it, and I don't think they'll be allowed to now because we've patented it or patented it. Right, so that is that. Got no idea what it is apart from it goes on your lashes and it's not mascara, but it looks incredible, right? So there is that to listen to. Also, our new motto for the past few months has been deliberately different. We've always been a company that has pushed the boundaries. When we first started, we were the fastest growing network company ever. We are the only company, look at my nails, aren't they fabulous? Boots glue, ladies, boots glue, that is. Sorry. You know how I squirrel off. We're also the first company that has ever paid on the same day as you get an order. So if I get an order in today, within 3 hours, I'll get paid. So if I go to bed at 11 o'clock tonight or whatever, and somebody from the US orders during the night, they'll be there waiting for me in the morning. How incredible is that? So that is awesome. But we are rolling out a brand new affiliate program. And this is going to be the sort of thing that, you know, if you go onto TikTok or you watch a lot of reels and you see people with the trying out the sort of the new whitening toothpaste or trying out the new Nivea. There seems to be something going on with Nivea at the moment. Hi Dawn, I'm coming to the end, so you might have to make yourself a cup of tea and start again. Yeah, there seems to be a lot going on with Nivea at the moment. And so basically, when those people become affiliates for those companies, they usually get between 10 and 15% of any sale, right? So say, for example, if I'm watching a particular, that particular toothpaste one that keeps driving me mad, because it's, but you see it over and over and over again, but you can swish it through and go on to the next one. People that order from her, I hope you're okay, Dawn. People that order from her or for him, they will get between 10 and 15%. So you imagine if they sell 100. Okay? Now, with Unique, you start at 20%, but depending on how many people order for you, you go up to 40%. 40%. So there are going to be an awful lot of influencers. One thing I did do today, that I'm going to be messaging and just telling them about this awesome new affiliate program that's coming out. I've got no idea what time it's going to be Friday morning. It's likely to be about 4 or 5 in the morning, I would imagine. So we are talking middle of the night. Oh, I'm so pleased, Dawn. Yes, thank you. Touch wood, I'm really good. Really good. Yeah. So I am so excited about this, because this could change my life. If now I'm getting my act together, I'm really working this like a business that I want to work it like a business. But as I said before, I want to help you solve your problems. I don't want you to feel I'm selling at you. I want to be solving your problems. So if you do have any problem areas, skin or what have you, I've got 50% off of a load of stuff on the 24th of July. I've got to do a thing about that, so I've got to get that out there tonight or tomorrow morning, as long as you ladies know about it as soon as possible. It's a lot of skincare and also, well, other bits and pieces as well. So that's that. Oh my goodness, there's just so much at the moment. I think there was something else as well, and I can't remember what it was. I don't know. So anyway, if you are thinking this could be a good time for you to join, if you want to make some money, you can make money with this company. You really can. As I've said to you before, you pay, if you're in the UK, your beauty box is £69, possibly plus shipping. I'm really not sure. You get £320 worth of vouchers, £320 worth of products in there. You can order that from me and you can never talk to me again, and nobody will come and knock on your door and tell you off or anything like that. But you could order that beauty box and you could put on your 4D Fibre Lash Mascara, wear it out, say to your friends, look at this new mascara, isn't it fabulous? Or you could put a photo of yourself online. Look at my new mascara. Isn't it fabulous? Oh, it's really nice and cool on my face, actually. And if people buy it from you, that's when you get your commission. You are sharing what you love. If I go out and I have a nice meal, I like to share it with you. You know I do. I did forget to take photos of my food yesterday. I was a bit disappointed. But yeah, so all in all, sorry, I know this, I meant this to be about 10 minutes, but I've just gone on and on and on and got very excited, haven't I? So I need to try and stay awake now for the rest of the evening and get a bit more work done. Oh yeah, I've made a pact, I don't know what you say, I don't know what it is, that I am going live for 90 days, today being day 1. So what I need to know is what you would like me to talk about in my lives. Obviously I will do some makeup ones, I am planning to do a craft one once a week, if possible on a Friday. So what else do you want to see? Tell me about it. Message me, and yeah, and I'll put it on a list, because after about 7 days I'm going to be pretty desperate. Right, on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies. I really appreciate it. You know I always do. I will pop this onto YouTube as well, so if you have enjoyed it, again, please subscribe. I will be so grateful. It will be awesome. And I will catch up with you tomorrow. Okay, have a lovely evening, everybody. Bye.